In 2020, my husband and I both lost our jobs, and soon after that, we became pretty much completely dependent on unemployment and the government stimulus and everything. I've spent so much time job hunting, but I never once stopped to just sort of question all of this. Like, why? Why am I wasting all of this time just looking for a job? I've thought a lot about this, and if I'm honest with myself, one of the biggest reasons I've spent so much time looking for a job is because of money. Just money. And I can't even believe I am saying that out loud right now. But it's like, for what? For food? For a place to live? For electricity? What? I realized that I was just like all of the other sheep in the world, who just want to wake up every single day and go to work for the rest of their lives. But since I made this realization, I have changed so much. And I realized that I don't want to just live for the weekend anymore, right? I don't want 10 paid days off every year. I want every day to be a paid day off. And that is when I finally had the courage to look within myself and choose financial freedom. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kelgore, and today we are going to learn how to become financially free, okay? Being poor has been a ton of fun, but lately I've just kind of realized that there's more to life, it seems like it's pretty easy. There are thousands of people selling courses on how to get rich and how to become financially free, so we just have to figure out which one is right for us. This is just going to be a fun little video where we go over to TikTok and we type hashtag financial freedom into the search bar and we see what comes up. I have not looked at any of these. We're going to be doing this together, so who knows what we're going to find. However, before we go look on TikTok, I just want to say that when you hear this language from someone where they're talking about financial freedom or financial independence or retiring early, retiring your spouse, all this stuff, it is a huge red flag. Obviously, just because someone says the words financial freedom doesn't mean that they're a scammer, but scammers and people like that really love to use this language to draw people in. Like, you would never see a job listing to work at Google, and in the job listing they're talking about financial freedom. Like, they don't have to say that because they're gonna pay you like a fixed salary, a guaranteed salary, right? So it's used more by people who want you to kind of take a risk and invest a lot of your time and probably some of your money into their enterprise, and they're kind of promising financial freedom at the other end of it. Of course, you know that I think the entire fucking economy is a scam, but I'm talking about actual, bona fide snake oil salesman type people. Anyways, the biggest issue I have with it is that people who speak about financial freedom are implicitly targeting poor people. So they are targeting people who've already been beat down by this system and are now desperate enough to, maybe take a risk.
If you can't afford a $100 startup fee, you can't afford not to invest in this.
Anyways, I'm sure a lot of these points will come up in the videos, so I'll talk about this more kind of as we watch. Okay, let's go.
If you're 20 to 30 years old, I want you to stop scrolling right now and listen to what I have to say. If you don't listen to anything else that you hear on TikTok today, listen to this. I help people with their finances, and I've spent the morning talking to mostly people my age, 40, 50 years old. And here's what they all say. I wish I had known this information when I was in my 20s and 30s.
Okay, can you just tell me what it is already?
They would have been so much better off, they would have had so much more money, and they wouldn't be talking to me. So, 20 and 30-year-olds, comment your age below, and I'm gonna reach out to you. After you do that, if you wanna speed up the process, go to the link in my profile, fill out the job form, and I'll be able to contact you a lot faster. Thanks.
Wait, what? Did she even say it at any point what the tip is? It's just a total fucking ClickFunnels scam thing. So in the comments, there's a bunch of people saying I'm 26, I want to stop living paycheck to paycheck. What is this link? Okay, so it's just like a link tree. Webinar registration, let's talk finances. Want to do what I do? Okay, that's another thing that in my opinion is a great red flag for if something is kind of scammy or not. For example, if I'm a waiter at a restaurant, I bring you the food, I clean things up, I don't have to convince anybody that they should also become a waiter. And if they did become a waiter, because of me. I wouldn't make money off of the fact that they became a waiter. So anytime you see someone who is trying to sell you something like this, and they also want you to start doing what they do, that is weird. Why would they want more competition? If they're in sales of some kind, why would they want more salespeople taking up all the leads? Doesn't make sense. And the only reason that she would want to do that is because she's gonna get some kind of bonus or kickback because you joined. Huge red flag. Unfortunately, all of her stuff is just fill out this form, which is, genius because you can't learn anything until you fucking fill out her forms. I mean, I don't know this lady. She might be a super legit, amazing financial coach, but these tactics she's using are fucking weird. Okay, let's click this guy because this looks annoying. It says, this is the path to not having to work again.
One money hack that the rich do not want you to know about. Actually, most wealthy people are happy to tell you how they did it because they know most people won't do it.
Okay, so he said they won't tell you about it, but then he says actually they will tell you about it because they know you won't do it. Which is it? But when people do talk about like how you can get rich too, that's another huge fucking red flag. Why would they spend their time telling other people how to get rich? Just why?
But for the few that are going to, here it is. When you want to buy something, don't buy it based on the cost and how many dollars you have to pay for it.
Okay, but if you only have a certain amount of dollars to pay for it, that kind of matters.
Buy it based on the interest you need to make off your investments to afford it. For example, something like Netflix is $10 a month. Most people look at that and go, I can afford $10 a month. The few will invest $2,500, paying them $10 a month in interest.
Okay. Oh my God. So don't buy Netflix. Instead, invest $2,500 in something. And then the $10 you earn from that investment every month goes to pay your Netflix. Oh, do I have money for a $10 Netflix subscription? Well, I have $2,500 I can just invest in something indefinitely. So yeah, I guess I have $10 a month. That's 250 months of Netflix that you just have lying around? How many years is 250 months? That's 20 years of Netflix that you just have lying around. If you had 20 years of Netflix just sitting around somewhere, you're not gonna go, oh, can I really afford this Netflix subscription?
If you always look at purchasing through this lens, you will get to a point where you don't have to work again. Follow to get to financial freedom.
Okay, but how do you get to the point where you just had $2,500 to fund your Netflix subscription? But he is right in that once you have capital, like massive amounts of capital sitting around, you can make that money work for you. And that money that you gain from that investment or whatever on top, you can use that to pay for your everyday costs. But also, I fucking hate that phrase, make your money work for you, because I'm like, who did the work? Who's the one doing the work? Maybe I should make that a TikTok. I'll use that stupid thriller sound oh, your money works for you? Who's doing the work? Who's the one doing the work? This guy, not gonna lie, very punchable face. Okay, we're gonna watch one more of his. Let's see. Buying an investment property in your 20s. I don't want to click on it, but you guys know I have to.
How to buy your first investment property in your 20s. And if I could go back, I would have done this instead of buying my first house. I would have bought a duplex, triplex, or a quad. Well, knowing what I know now, it'd be a quad. I'd live in one of the units because then I'd qualify for an FHA loan and I'd only need to put down 3.5%. You only have to live there for a year and then I'd move out and have my first cash flowing asset. This is also known as house hacking.
Yep, he pretty much just summed it up. Don't buy yourself a house. Instead, buy a rental home, a duplex, or a quadplex. Ideally, a quadplex, because then you can really maximize how much you can fucking exploit people. Because instead of just being able to exploit one person or two people, you can exploit four. It's just like the video I made about Tommy Cruise and how he fucking uses the FHA loans and he lies about his address and he doesn't actually fucking live there. At least this is my opinion. I'm just saying, this is a real thing that they do. They exploit the system because they know it's unregulated. Okay, we're gonna find someone else. Okay, this is team bull trading.
I'm a self-made millionaire by the age of 25. I definitely don't come from money, and this is one of my biggest keys to success. I am so picky with how I spend my time and who I spend my time with. Like, seriously, if we're not on the same vibe as get money, financial freedom, and a life of prosperity, then we are not at the same table. If I walk into an event I don't like, I'll leave because that time is valuable. If we meet and you are negative or full of gossip, I will not talk to you again because that is not the vibe I'm on. You spend your free time watching Netflix while I spend my free time looking at stock charts and reading entrepreneurship books. And just as your time is important, so is the time you spend consuming content. So if you want to look at content that relates to entrepreneurship, stocks, side hustles, and getting money, you know who to follow.
Ugh, this is so stupid. I don't even really have anything to say. I just want you guys to see how stupid this guy is. I just love this part about...
You spend your free time watching Netflix while I spend my free time looking at stock charts and reading entrepreneurship books.
Okay, this one looks really annoying because it's like when one guy very smugly talks to himself in a video and he's like both people. Let's just see what it says.
How'd you quit your job and become financially free? First, I lived humbly and below my means. Yeah, below your means, cliche. Okay, second, I made more money by creating a side hustle. We're gonna say that? Cliche. Okay, and third, I invested your money in the stock market. First name Clit, last name Shay. Dude, I know it sounds cliche, but this is what a lot of self-millionaires did, and this is what I did as a public school math teacher for 7 years. Now that I'm financially free, I don't have to work, but now I choose to work, and I can now pursue my passions. Wow. Cliche.
All right, so yeah, that stuff is all kind of cliche. It's like saying like, oh, like the only way to lose weight is just eat right and exercise a lot. If you want to get rich, you're gonna have to like live below your means and save your money and invest and all that. And it's just like they're failing to consider that people might have more complex situations. Yeah, sure, you were a math teacher for 7 years and you saved your income. But like, what if there was someone else in your life that you were like having to take care of that really like changes the whole dynamic? Or what if you couldn't work for some reason during a period of that time? I don't know. Let's see what he's selling. So he says, former teacher, financially free at 33, intro to investing guide. He talks a lot about Bitcoin and stocks. Let's see his link tree. Also, I know that having a link tree doesn't mean that you're a scammer. You could just have like your Instagram and your Twitter and some other thing that you like, your podcast or something. But there's something about when people have a link tree, it makes me go like, oh, okay. When it looks like this so that you can like sell all this different stuff. Yeah, this is just a bunch of shit. Support me and my team on Patreon. Okay, let's see. How's his Patreon doing? It doesn't say how many people are supporting him, which not very transparent of you. Not very financially free of you. I don't know what that means. It says 3 things to do if you want financial freedom.
3 things to start doing now if you want to get on the path towards financial freedom. You probably won't like the third one though. Number 1 is to sleep less. If you get up an hour earlier every day, that's over 2 weeks that you're adding to your year that you can be more productive.
You have to sleep. You need to sleep at night. Your body knows how much sleep it needs, okay? You don't just get to decide that and add 2 weeks to a year. Fuck off.
Number 2 is read more.
Oh my God, shut up.
You need to absorb other people's knowledge. You can't do this on your own. If you think you can, you're an idiot. Number 3 is prioritize. Most people don't have enough time for family, play, and business, so you gotta pick 2. Play might have to take a backseat for a couple years.
I will never stop prioritizing play. Yeah, this is just the same weak shit we always hear. Okay, this is actually one of my favorites. Is these very like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like this sort of like Christian pseudoscience bro, like Republican kind of, I don't know how to describe the vibe, but they've all managed to start these podcasts. And they're usually these podcasts where there's 2 to 4 guys sitting in a room talking. What am I trying to say right now? What I'm trying to say is that like they all build these little very high production value looking studios so that they can film their podcast and make these little clips out of it and make them go viral on TikTok. And it's just like the most manufactured bullshit. Like they're basically trying to copy like the Joe Rogan setup. My point is that like all these nobodies have these podcasts about whatever the fuck they're trying to sell you. And of course they always talk about financial freedom on them. They always talk about this kind of stuff. They built this whole little podcast studio just to fucking do this and got like the nicest microphones because they're just already rich. Okay, let's watch.
There's one step
Perfectly
between financial freedom and never achieving financial freedom. And that one step
Wow, considering they like built this whole thing and got this neon light and these plants and everything, they didn't even do the noise reduction on their fucking microphones. Hire someone to do that. Hire someone to edit your shit. This sounds awful. And that's coming from someone who doesn't know how to do all this shit. I'm just saying, if you're going to try to make this look expensive, it's got to sound expensive too. It's a fucking podcast.
Is not buying what you want directly. It's buying something that will pay for what you want directly.
That's right.
That's like kind of what that guy said earlier about like the Netflix subscription. Like you want a guitar, so instead you're going to like buy a fucking rental house so that you can afford the guitar. But the investment thing costs way more. So stupid. It's such stupid advice.
The one just sidestep will make your whole life so much easier.
Yeah.
That's fucking it. That's it. The fuck is this account? Full interview on our YouTube. Yeah, well, does it sound like shit? Never buy anything with money you sacrificed your time for. Only buy things with money that your money made you. Okay, whatever. Why is it the people who have trust funds always give financial advice? These people always talk in riddles. Okay, let's see what else. The Buckle brothers. I think it's Buckle. The Buckle brothers, or maybe Buckle. Landon and Jesse. Real estate, investing, and knowledge. Las Vegas. Oh, I hate you so much. Oh my God. I said I wasn't going to click on any real estate videos. Okay, we might have just found a new fucking enemy. Hold on, let's click on this. Okay, this says investor hack.
And that's one way that we always advise.
Dude, you guys, your fucking podcast sounds like shit. Also, if you're gonna have a mic arm, make the mic closer to your mouth. Watch Joe Rogan and see how close they are to the mics, okay? Look, let's see. Let's look at a picture of Joe Rogan's podcast. How far is the microwave from his mouth? An inch? You bought the fucking equipment. Now learn how to use it or hire an assistant or whatever you guys do instead of working.
People to start investing is find someone that you find a family, a friend, an acquaintance that has a bankroll to help you invest. You don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars to start investing in real estate. We've both used private money lenders that fund 100% of the transaction, which means we have $0 out of pocket.
Are you literally saying that your parents bankrolled your first investment and you're just not saying the mommy daddy part? Are you fucking serious, Landon and Jesse? Guys, if you don't have money, just find a family member that can bankroll you. They're literally saying the fucking quiet part loud. That's so fucking stupid. They called it an investor hack. Holy shit, the Bokel brothers. I can't listen to your fucking sound anymore. Oh, holy shit. Sam Jarman, is that Addison Jarman's husband? Remember Addison Jarman? I should fucking do a video just on her. Oh, yep, there she is. He's saying, I turn 16 next month. So he's literally targeting like 16-year-old girls with this video.
I turn 16 next month. I want to be financially free by the time I'm 30. What should I be doing? Great question. My response doesn't just apply to girls or boys. Awesome, I know I'm only 16, but I want to get on that path to financial freedom. First, hit that plus sign, because that's what I teach, how to become financially free.
How does he even talk like her? Like him and his wife have the same like cadence to the way they do their videos. Ugh.
Step 2, do you like to spend money? If you do, you should consider becoming an authorized user on your parents' credit card. This will help you build your credit and you'll get cash back for all those purchases when you shop at Target. Oh my gosh, I totally want to build credit so that when I turn 18, I can apply for an FHA loan and buy a house. That will be my first of many investment properties. Exactly right. Step 3, I would consider maybe opening up your own little business. Something simple like selling stuff on Etsy. He knows his stuff. Quick, hit the plus sign.
Wow, okay. The first comment says, my parents can't get credit cards. Oh, yeah, I don't know. This is no bueno. Let's see, like what else? He probably just posts the same thing in every fucking video. Let's just see. Oh my God, he has a recent video called Ethical House Hacking because his wife fucking posts those house hacking videos and I think she started like a trend of making those videos. I don't know if she started it, but I've seen multiple other YouTubers and other people talk about her fucking house hacking videos. So let's see.
Okay, so here we have a 1-bedroom townhouse. What? You don't want it? Why? I haven't even got to the good part. The asking price is only $200K, which means the monthly mortgage with the HOA will be $1,300 a month. That's too much a month? What? You want a 4-bedroom house? But I thought you said you were a poor college student and that you were single. This makes no sense, but okay. All right, behind me is a 4-bedroom house with no HOA. Asking price is $600,000. which means your monthly mortgage is going to be $2,400. You like it? Well, of course you do, but how are you going to afford it? That's genius. Okay, so if I understand this correctly, you're gonna live in one bedroom and then rent out the other 3 bedrooms to tenants. And you'll be charging $800 per bedroom. That's $2,400 a month. That means you'll be living rent-free. Gosh dang it, of course I should have known that you're following Sam for all the money hacks.
Wait, so he called this ethical house hacking, but then didn't talk about the ethics at all. He just put this little thing in saying, look at the comments. I'm going to read his comments, but first, the first comment says, how does a poor college student get qualified for a $600,000 home? Residential loans won't allow rents to be counted as income. And he responded and said, I got an FHA loan when I was in college. Parents did co-sign it, but there's other creative ways of getting a loan, or do it after your first job. Dude, do you not see the fucking privilege that you have and that you're turning your privilege into like fucking capital? Oof. In the comments, he said he would talk about how ethical house hacking is. So let's see. Why can't we normalize doing business with our friends and family, but we'll easily rent to a billionaire? First of all, who the fuck is renting to a billionaire? What the fuck are you talking about? But I think what he's saying is like, why is it unethical to rent to your friends, like house hacking, but not to like some person who maybe has a good job and can afford to rent from you? This is called house hacking, and if done properly, helps the homeowner and the tenants. Is that it? That's his like pinned comment. Bro, like you did not explain at all how that is ethical. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I cannot get over how terrible of an idea this is. First of all, who the fuck buys their house when they go move to college? Like, oh, I'm gonna go move to Yale, I don't know where the fuck a college is. I'm gonna go move to UCLA, and just outside of UCLA, I don't want to have to rent, so I'm gonna buy a house. Like, first of all, I think college towns are usually more expensive because there's like more going on in the city, so there's like more commerce and stuff. Another reason college towns have expensive housing is because you have this influx of new people every year looking to rent. Do you know anybody that moved to college and was like, oh, when I move to college, I'm gonna go
Buy a house?
So he failed to convince me that this was ethical. Sorry, buddy. He talks a lot about like the Federal Reserve and the crypto bubble, housing bubble. Like a lot of these storm is brewing. Oh my God. Anyways, this guy sucks, and his wife also fucking sucks. Maybe I'll see if she has any financial freedom recent posts, because I haven't clicked on her page in quite a while now. This says how to make money when you quit. Okay, that goes perfectly. Let's make it this the last one, because then I gotta really go pee.
I'm so over my job. I'm quitting today. Wait, before you quit, are you asking for a severance package? I'm quitting, not getting fired. They're not gonna pay me severance. Most people don't realize that you can be eligible for severance even if you quit. What even is severance? They'll pay me some money? Severance packages can include a variety of different types of compensation, but some benefits might include severance pay, health and dental insurance, PTO or vacation pay, outplacement assistance, and stock options, etc. But why would they pay me when I'm the one quitting? Well, not everyone is eligible. You're more likely to get it if you have a legitimate claim against the company, and then you'll sign a legal agreement basically saying that you won't speak poorly about them.
Holy shit!
Okay, so where do I even start and try to get it? First, read your employee handbook that you got when you were hired. It likely has useful information. Then prep for your exit interview and make a list of all of your accomplishments that led to the company's success. And then I just negotiate some sort of package for myself? Exactly. Most people don't know all this stuff, so make sure you follow Addison. She shares all the tips to make you money.
What the fuck kind of advice was this? First of all, there's this part where she's saying you can get a severance for quitting. These are some of the benefits that might include health and dental, paid time off for vacation time, outplacement assistance, stock options. Bitch, most jobs don't even offer that to the employees that work there, okay? I don't think I've ever had a job with any of those things. There are so many jobs that don't even meet these standards while you're working there. So then she's saying the only way to do it is to like extort the company and like, dude, I'm all for getting what you can out of a company. I just think that this is a really funny fucking video. Hey, Addison Jarman says workers' rights, just as long as you have a lawyer. All of her videos are just ads these days. That's why I stopped like going and looking, because it stopped being funny, and it was just like how you can get a Flu's discount, a CloudMD, but whatever, an Apple discount. Okay, we're gonna watch one more from her, and then I gotta go. But it says, why is the healthcare system in America so messed up?
Why is the healthcare system in America so messed up? What do you mean? High costs, lack of transparency, difficulty finding a doctor, Right. But what do we do about it?
Yeah, that stuff's all really true. You have to usually have a job or some weird circumstance just to have the healthcare in the first place, or pay out of pocket for it through private insurance. It really sucks. I agree, Addison. Do go on.
There's cool companies like CloudMD. They're building a huge healthcare ecosystem where all the patient's needs are taken care of in one centralized platform. Nice. We need more affordable and accessible healthcare. Yep, and CloudMD just acquired MindBeacon, which is a digital mental healthcare platform. So they're going to be doing some big things. Sweet, I'll check them out.
MindBeacon? Wait, I think I tweeted about this. So this is like adding a fourth party, right? Because we already had third-party healthcare, but now you have like an app to manage your fucking third-party options. God, this sucks so fucking bad.
If you are on your way to America, do not come here, okay? It is not safe.
I can't with this shit anymore. Guys, that was a lot of fun. I feel like we really learned a lot about how to become financially free. Instead of buying a coffee this morning, I actually invested $800 in MindBeacon, and then the residual income that I make off of that, I will spend on coffee later. So I'm just making my money work for me down in the money mines, and it's great. And now I feel like I've learned so much. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. I do want to say thank you for all of the support recently on my channel. You know, once I achieve massive commercial success, I will finally be happy. But in the meantime, your guys' comments keep me going, so thanks. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. And I don't know, I never really say all this stuff at the end that I'm supposed to say, like hit the like button and hit the bell to turn on notifications for every video, and go turn on my Twitter notifications too, so that you'll be fucking notified every time I tweet. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Try to figure out my birthday so you can send me a lock of hair when the big day comes. Comment below and tell me what color underwear you're wearing. You know, just stuff like that. I love our relationship, you know? I really do. Anyway, sweet dreams. I love you. Good night.